I need to figure out how to turn this off from like constantly like changing the settings. Like keeps making me darker, lighter, all of the above. It's quite annoying. Hello everybody. I'm getting started here. Bear with me. It don't take as long as some people do when they're getting ready for lives. Ta-da. Activate. We've got both of these going. So hey BMC, John, Ryu. Hey Lainey. Hello, welcome in everybody. Y'all are the first people here. Walosi and Cabin. Hello. At least on my side, Cabin, Walosi beat you. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let me see if this is gonna work. I don't know if it will. We're gonna give it a try. See if it fixed its issue. I don't know if it has or not. Okay, let's see. Oh, snap. Sorry, guys, I'm weird. Okay, let's see if this has fixed its issue. Oh, that's good, Michael. What country are you in, bud? All right. I'm sorry, Cabin. Seems like... So I'd found a workaround patch for what caused my live to like crash last week. I found a workaround patch. But it seems as though they've officially fixed their entire issue. So that's good. All right, I can work with that. Okay, perfect. We'll go ahead and get the last live up and running over here. Oh, that's good, Wicket. Some people were upsetty spaghetti over my last stream. I wasn't calm enough, guys. People forget that the phrase, give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and that's exactly what people were trying to do yesterday. Hello. Sometimes I really hate TikTok. Okay, and hello King, Michael, Eric, Sandeep, JS, Mir, Goku, and Michelle. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream when I'm getting up there. Well, that's good, Wicked. Welcome in. Working, hello. Got kidnapped for singing today? I guess I'll have to look into that. I haven't heard that one yet. Everybody's weird, Ryu. It's definitely true. And hey, Kyle. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Lainey, that it was warranted. Hey, Bishop. Bishop's quote today is, "We have a choice. We can seek for the bad in others, or we can make peace and work to extend to others understanding, fairness, and forgiveness we so desperately desire for ourselves. It is our choice. For whatever we seek, that we will certainly find." Okay. Or if you like, if you give a mouse a cookie, it'll want a glass of milk. Interesting. Is there an option? I'd rather do... Let's do 20. Answer a pointed question. See if people get that. Cool. Guys, I'm gonna try something. Don't hate me. I've never done this before. Okay, and I'm supposed to be able to pin comments. Okay, I think it stays up there for the whole live. Sorry, guys. I'm trying like random new things that I keep getting like emails. Hey, Sandeep, from like YouTube to try out. I just realized I hadn't hit go live yet on TikTok, so that was perfect. And so I'm like, let me try different things because they keep trying to tell me to try these different things. So I'm like, okay, we'll give it a shot finally. You know what I mean? The new placement of my cameras really is throwing me off because of where I have to look now. It's kind of odd. I'm not really a fan of things changing, so that's also a personal issue, of course, for a good reason. Not yet. I applied. I think I can sign in and check. Let me see. Let's see. Ground. It still says I'm pending, Bishop. So there's that. It still says I'm pending. Okay. Hey, Chris, you're the first one in. Thank you, Stala. Okay. Alrighty, right. No, yeah, Bishop, it's only on the vertical red app. Okay, it's only on the vertical red one. Hey, Starlight. Hey, yo. Yeah, look at that Bailey. Bailey's a little butt munch. I don't know where he's at. I just realized my banana is behind me. Did we come up with a name for the banana? Somebody told me that I needed to name the banana. Did anyone come up with a name for it, though? I think that's like the real question. Hey, Luke. We're at what? I don't know where we're adding. I literally do. Like, I don't know if you realize this, Rick, but I say hello to every single person as they come in when I get started. Let's see, we had a first time chatter over on the purple. Hi, Ted, with the Pikachu. I did this wrong. There we go. Still getting everything going. Safari? I don't know where she just went to. Oh, Safari's trying to come over here. She about ready to knock shit over. So there is that. Peely, Fortnite NPC. Are you talking about the light behind me? I don't know what it's called. See, I told you were gonna knock things over, Safari. I told you. She don't listen. Miss Amarillo? That's funny. Miss Yellow. Oi, Summer, lay down. I don't know where you gotta lay down, but you need to lay down for me, okay? See, like, the cat's over there. I know the portrait can't see, which means TikTok can't see it either, but she's over there in the corner just trying to debate how to get over onto my desk. It's, yeah, Summer kind of is. She just does her own thing. I'm wondering if I should... TikTok, you gotta tap faster than that, guys. I'm gonna just say it. 2,000 likes is what opens up everything. Just a friendly reminder. Just a friendly reminder. That is what opens everything up. Plantano. Multitasking, listening with one earbud and listening to your favorite spooky movie. That's something. That is definitely something. Well, you're not. Thank you for the corgi. Okay. All right. We're here. Yeah. So, just a friendly reminder for the mods and everybody that are over in on the TikTok side of things. The goal should always be 25,000 likes for every 15 minutes. Since I got started about 5 minutes ago, 15 minutes would be at the 20 mark, so on and so forth. There we go. That can include you too, Crow, if you happen to stick around. You walked 6 miles while at work today. I definitely did not. What does my watch say I walked? Give me in miles. Walked almost 2 miles, so that's pretty cool. I'd say that's pretty cool. There we go. That's all set up. Let's get this started. All right. Well, normally I walk more, but I had a bunch of stuff to do today because, capitalism and stuff. So, did a bunch of stuff. Also, TikTok, and I guess it would also roll over to the other ones. I might be running another giveaway contest for starting on Monday. We'll find out. I haven't decided quite yet. I'm giving Crow a task to do, okay? Safari's decided she's done trying to get up on the desk, and she's decided she's now plotting her escape. Oh, I forgot to turn that one on. That explains a lot. There we go. All right. So just a reminder, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, call the number above my head, and that's how you get up. That's how you have conversations with me. Y'all are so weird. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 35.
35. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
To a certain degree, yes.
You're awesome.
To a certain degree, yes. Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
I think, first and foremost, he's not the perfect president. A lot of them has, in fact, lied in office. But what question it is the relationship he had with Putin that is falsehood and how he easily switches from one side to another. But at the same token, I give him credit what he's trying to do in other cities to bring in the National Guard because of the fact that Chicago, Memphis, Tennessee is high crime and rate. That obviously the governor and the mayor is not doing their job, because if it is, then why is this problem still persisting for many years thus far?
Okay. So, can you name me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
I think the lies, I'm not specifically sure as far as detail, but the relationship he had with Putin, as far as almost like a bit of alliance with the whole
He's
culture
never
situation.
lied about his relationship with Putin. So,
I didn't say lie per se, but just some of the alliances that they had and potentially could work together in Putin's favor, and then suddenly switch could be deemed as a lie.
no.
Well, he did in fact implicate of working with Putin regarding this matter. Then later, you would say switch his perspective of view thus far.
Donald Trump admitted on his True Social that he wanted Putin to finish the war when it first started, that he wanted Russia to win.
I know, but he switched sides now, has a totally different perspective, though.
No, he really hasn't. His perspective is now, I'm disappointed in Putin. This war should have been finished within 2 weeks.
I see.
His favorite amount of time, right? 2 weeks.
All right, I see. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to express my thoughts on that, and I just can't wait to the reboot version of Scooby Dooby Doo on Netflix to
Okay.
see you in there. But have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Eric, for the $4.99. Eric said stunning. I appreciate that, man. And thank you, Fred, for the 10 jewels. Guys, I don't know how the jewels work, but feel free to send them. They seem like fun. I wish I could actually see them pop up on the screen, but it seems like fun. I don't exactly know how they work. People say odd stuff today. Who is y'all, Jerry? You guys love just like lumping people into a box. And I have to constantly remind you to take me out of the box you've put me in. For whatever reason. Sort of. He implicated it. There's my mouse. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 15.
All right, man. Go play Call of Duty or something, or go outside. Enjoy the sun. Will, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. I sincerely don't know how those work. It's dark here. Holy echo, Batman. What's the echo? Potato. Is there an echo? I'm so confused. That doesn't take much, to be honest. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hey, you and your mother's pussies both smell.
That's weird. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah.
Awesome. How old are you? Sorry, you're breaking
I said
up already.
35.
35? Okay.
35. Yeah.
All right. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
You know what? I was a big Trump supporter. I went to multiple rallies, and I do love Donald Trump. But some things have come to light that I think everybody should kind of take a look at and be aware of. And there's really no nice way to put it, but when people that, and I'm not just talking about him, but when people that make the rules and laws of this country don't have dual citizenship to another with a foreign agenda in mind, maybe people will realize that it doesn't matter whether you're on the right or the left. People is receiving money from AIPAC or a company like that, or an organization like that, I should say. And I just want to bring light to that. I mean, I want to bring light to that no matter what we do as American citizens, when are we going to ask the question if this is the United States of America or if it's the United States of Israel?
Oh, it's been that way. I've actually seen people selling flags, and I mean like where it's half of it is an American flag and then the other half is an Israeli flag. So it's there.
Right. And
The
where's that flag
propaganda's
made?
out
Probably
there.
China.
Probably. Most of the
You
little
know,
flags that you see on sticks, right? Like the small little American flags, those are
those are all
also
made in China.
made in
Yeah.
China. Exactly. So like the
Yeah,
majority of
for
our
sure.
little US flags are made in China.
Which should be against the law by itself. So, I guess I just wanted, whoever's listening to and your supporters to kind of think about that. And also kind of keep in mind that just because somebody brings up Israel or questions Israel itself doesn't make it an anti-Semitic thing. I don't have a stake in the ground of hating any race of people at all. When somebody ran their whole term off of America first, and that doesn't seem like America first. You cut off U.S. aid to every single country except Israel, which is the biggest, recipient of U.S. aid. you know, there's just so much. It's, you know, when you really start looking into that and start connecting the dots, it's impossible not to see it. And so I just challenge everybody that's out there listening to this or that run through this to, you know, look into that and try to open your eyes to that, because I see a lot of people online now doing what you're doing as far as, you know, kind of trying to reach your peers in your community and see who's still supporting and see who's not. And I just think that people like yourself that are doing that also have an opportunity to not so much call out one side or the other, but maybe have an opportunity to bring people to the center of the fence, no matter whether you're right or left or independent or wherever you got your stake in the ground, and kind of get everybody to ask that same question, right? Like, I guess that's what I wanted to bring to the table today is, you know, I challenge people to look into that, and maybe that will bring more people to the center of the fence, right?
Yeah,
Because I
maybe,
believe
dude.
that, you know, the one thing I believe is that united we stand and divided we fall. And the more people that, you know, are sitting in hot seats like yours that are asking your peers to call in and have conversations with you, I mean, it's either going to be one-sided or it's going to be an opportunity where we can all come together and talk and figure out what's going on, right? So,
Yeah, I agree, man. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday.
yeah, you too.
Thanks. Bye. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah.
What
Can you hear
country
me?
are you calling from?
Wait, how's that relevant?
Yeah, are you in America? Sorry, the
Why?
United
You want
States?
Are you trying to eliminate me?
Uh,
Do I have to be from today
yeah.
to exercise my freedom of speech and expression?
You can exercise it everywhere you want, just not on this platform.
Exercise is good. We know it.
Okay.
So, what's your question?
Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
I really don't see why that should matter as long
Oh,
as
it
somebody's informed.
does. No, it's not.
Well, you can't just shut down the younger generation, and I promise you I'm older than you, but you can't just shut down a younger generation
Oh,
because
okay.
it's
Now
their 15
definitely tell
and
me
then
how
tell
old you
them to
are.
go play
Now
Call of
definitely
Duty.
tell me how old you are.
Well, how old am I?
No, you tell me. Like that's what I'm
No,
asking
you
you.
just
So
you just
I
said
don't know
I
if you
told you how old.
understand this, but I'm
You just
I'm on
said I
multiple
told you how old I was.
platforms. No,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
you didn't.
Go watch
You said
Friday.
I'm
Go watch
older
Friday.
than you. This is what you said. I'm older than you, which is why then I asked you how old you are. See, this hand was in front of my face when you hung up, and my mouse is over here. So you hung up, bro. That was weird. Listen, it's called terms of service, and you have to be a certain age to be able to talk because of terms of service. I know it's a hard concept to understand. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Thank you, Coco.
Hello there.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 21.
Thank you, Societal. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am. I think he's great.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Oh, I'm not questioning at all.
You're not?
I more so want you to convince me why I should be questioning.
I'm not necessarily here to convince you. How about you try to tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office? Let's do a thought-provoking
3
challenge
lies.
here.
3 lies. He said that he will stop the Russia-Ukraine war day one.
No, that was when he was campaigning. That wasn't since he was inaugurated.
It is a lie, though, right?
But I specifically asked for after he was inaugurated.
Well, you know, I got to be honest. I don't know of any 3 lies.
Oh.
I can tell you some things that are true. He said that he was gonna close the border, make sure nobody else walks into the country undocumented, and he did that.
How do you know? Where
There's
can
no
I
more
find that?
illegals entering the
Where
country.
can I find that statistic? Where can I find that crossing statistic on DHS, ICE, or CBP.gov? That's not a news release or a press release. Where can I
I
find that
don't
statistic?
know.
Oh,
He said it.
yeah, with no proof. You do realize that for
Well,
people
you
to come in
give,
here
okay, well, you give
illegally,
me the
sorry, sir,
statistic.
hold on. I just want to help you out with something.
Okay.
You do realize that for people to come in here illegally and therefore be undocumented, unvetted, that means that they crossed through a non-port of entry and they weren't seen by anybody. So it's literally an unquantifiable number. It's not a number that you can actually put on there, because if we've seen them, then we know that they came in here, right? And that
Well,
means they were
the
more than likely stopped by CBP or the National Guard. So it's
illegal
literally
immigrants
impossible to
constitutes
say.
as somebody that's not legally claiming asylum. Most illegal immigrants, they claim asylum, but the asylum law specifically states that they have to be coming into the country for reasons of running from war or a violent country, and they cannot
No,
come
you
into
can also
America for economic reasons.
flee for political persecution, sir.
Yes, which is then being
And you can
in danger,
also
right?
flee from persecution in general. Like, no, there are many different things. Can you remind me, like, what is the asylum law?
The asylum wall is the border wall.
No,
But
what's
why-
what's the code? Let me rephrase. What is the code?
Who cares what the code is?
Then you don't
My
know.
point is that they're illegal.
No, it's no
They're
asylum.
sending
Sorry,
money back home.
Sir, I don't.
They're coming
That's
for
never been
economic
illegal.
reasons.
I could literally send money to somebody in Japan right now, and that's not illegal.
Because you're a citizen. But illegal
Wait,
immigrants,
how is
they
it?
claim
Okay,
asylum.
I'm sorry.
They work
How is
in
it
America
illegal?
and then
How
send
is
money
it
back home.
illegal? That's not illegal, sir. It's not illegal. Or okay,
It's built into the asylum laws.
no, they're only not allowed to work for 6 months after claiming asylum. That's it. After that, they can work. That's why
They
I asked
can't
you what
come
the
for
law
economic
was.
reasons.
Okay, so what is the law that is our asylum laws? Like, what is that U.S. code?
I'm not going to be able to name
You're not
specific
going
laws
to
by
be able to.
code.
So then
That
how
is
do
a
you know what
very
it says?
unrealistic expectation.
How do you know what it says?
Because I saw it in a tweet. That's where everyone gets their news.
Oh, see, that's
I
funny
saw
because
Charlie
I
Kirk
don't.
say it in a debate.
Interesting. I guess it would matter if I knew who that was. But I'm going to go ahead and read it to you, and I'm going to help you out. So this is, it's
You
8
don't know who
U.S.
Charlie
code.
Kirk is?
It's 8 U.S. Code 1158. That is the asylum law. So when I'm asking you for a law, that's what I'm talking about. I'm asking for the United States Code and title that dictates what the law is. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll down to eligibility, since I'm sure, I would assume you know what that means, right? So in general, the applicant is a refugee within the meaning of such section. The applicant must establish that race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion was or will be at least one central reason for persecuting the applicant. And you also have no proof that the individuals that came in seeking asylum didn't meet these qualifications, because if they were granted asylum, that means they had their credible fear hearing, and that means they met the general base position of this, and they weren't making it for economic claims. See, that's just a lie that you were fed on Twitter, I assume is what you were saying. So that's how I know that you aren't aware of what you're talking about. Asylum is literally a legal way of becoming a documented immigrant within the United States of America. It still requires a vetting process, because terrorists can't come here saying that they're fleeing political persecution in their country for being a literal terrorist, and they cannot be granted asylum
MS-13
here.
members have crossed the border claiming asylum.
No, I don't see, and that's another thing that you don't understand. Where did MS-13 originate?
Outside of America.
False. It originated within the United States of America. It originated within
The
our United
people
States
that
prison
cross the
system.
border
It
and are being
originated.
I've
It
seen
originated
many
within our
immigrants
United
being
States
deported.
prison system. It originated within the United States prison system. It literally was here. They are
So
here.
you're
It's an
saying that
American-made
no
gang.
MS-13 gang members have been deported?
Do we have proof that they were MS-13 gang members? Were they charged and convicted of that in court? Was it proven beyond a
They got
shadow of a doubt?
deported because of it.
No, was it proven beyond a
Yes, they got
shadow of a
deported.
doubt?
I'm not.
Was
I
it
said this earlier.
proven
I'm not
beyond
gonna be
a
able to
shadow
point
of a
to
doubt?
extremely specific cases.
Was it
'Cause
proven beyond a shadow of a doubt?
This is a support hotline. It's not a
Was it
professional
proven
debate.
beyond a shadow of a doubt?
Most likely,
Incorrect.
but I'm not going to be able to send
Incorrect.
you the exact court case.
No, because there is
Because
no court
I'm
case.
a
There's literally
guy
one court
that
case right
votes,
now.
not a professional debater.
And I'm not a professional either, and this isn't a debate, it's a conversation. Anyways,
You
so
have
beyond
the
of a shadow of a
laws
doubt.
pulled up. You're far more experienced than I am.
Right, because I actually know my
let me
shit
ask
and
you
you
this,
don't,
right?
and that's because I can take 5 minutes of my time to find something very easily and then also fact check it. But see, in this case, I have it on my side where there's literally a law school that keeps track of it. It's called the Cornell Law School, and they keep it on their Legal Information Institute, and they keep track of every single United States code. Cool. Anyways, so let's try this. Was it proven that 270 individuals that were sent to CCOT in El Salvador, beyond a shadow of a doubt, were criminal gang members?
It doesn't need to be.
Yes, it does.
There were.
Yes, it does. It does.
No, it does not.
In order for someone to be sent to prison, and I mean prison, not jail, not the temporary holding cells, right? In order for someone to be sent to prison, what is required in our United States justice system?
Due process. However,
Due
there is a law that says
process.
if you are
Awesome.
being invaded by
Define
an
invasion.
enemy gang or criminal,
Define
if it's an
invasion. Nope,
migrants
sorry.
do not
I don't know
need
if you
due
realize
process
this,
to
but
be
there's
deported.
literally a very specific definition for the word invasion in our United States legal system, and I would love for you to find that and define it for me.
Okay, I don't know it. Can I ask you
You
a
don't know
question?
it? Yeah, so I'm just going to help you out with something. You are using that word incorrectly, just as Donald Trump is also using that word incorrectly. It's not
I was using
what
it
you're
broadly,
saying.
but I didn't
Yeah.
listen to Trump.
No, it's
say
not
invasion.
broadly, sir. These are
I've
legal
never heard him say
terms.
it.
These are legal terms that involve legal processes. So in order for you to be utilizing a legal term, I would encourage you to know what the words mean prior to you using them.
You can say rats invaded your basement.
Right.
I
But
just
you're
meant that
talking
they're
about human
entering
beings
our
and
country.
talking about them invading our
are
country. But you see, you said
cartel
invading
members
our
entering
country.
country,
And so because there's a
Venezuelans
literal
smuggling
definition,
drugs.
there is a literal definition that defines what an invasion is coming into the United States of America. You should probably look that up before you use it, and you would realize that it doesn't meet the qualifications of that.
Okay, let me ask you.
I would prefer you not, because you
asylum
can't
seeker,
even give me 3 lies that Donald Trump told. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Sometimes stuff wants to break, and it does. Okay, we're still up on, let's see, that's the first one. Okay, that's cool. All right, I gotta get the other one back up and running. Give me a second. What did I miss? I missed a gift? Oh, okay. Thank you, Moose, for that. I'm sorry, I was looking away. I was trying to do something. Doop, 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 doop. The internet couldn't take any more of his BS. That's probably true. People are so interesting. You guys should be good now. Okay, why is that not working? Yeah, it is Argentina first. That is very true. Why do I have to do this every single time? This doesn't make sense. Make Argentina great again. Ain't that the darn truth? They're supposed to. Just like they should have voted for a lot of different things, but they didn't. So you know how that works, right? We just make up our own rules as we go along. That's how it works, right? That's how that works. No, he probably never has heard of that program, Bishop. That probably would have literally broke his brain if I had asked him that question. Sorry I missed saying this to him, but let's see. Bishop said, "Don't lie, caller. We all know you are a master debater." South Park reference. Let's go. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32. And are you still supporting Trump?
Oh yeah, I do, definitely.
Okay. All right. And sorry, what state are you in?
I was scrolling through shorts and found the stream and decided to call.
Yes. What state are you in?
Oh, state. I'm from Massachusetts.
Okay, cool.
Boston.
All right. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, there is a long list. His stance on immigration favors me quite a lot. His stance on cryptocurrency, fiscal policy.
And these are the things that has you questioning your support, right?
I'm not questioning my support.
Oh, you're not questioning your support.
Okay,
around. That's the question that I had asked. I had asked you what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump.
No, not at all.
Nothing at all. Okay. So can you try to tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
Lies, I would have way more. I guess politics is all about lies. So his narrative on fight against illegal immigration was way stronger than reality. I thought border would be actually sealed and illegals would be actually deported, which didn't happen.
Yeah, because we have laws.
I expected more from Big Beautiful Bill. I thought there would be more tax cuts and standard deduction would increase way more, but yeah.
So these aren't, like, I asked you what lies he told.
Oh, I think there are plenty. It's kind of it's not what I focus on too much. A politician has to say whatever needed to win, but
No. I said when
Obviously,
he was
policy would.
inaugurated. I think you missed it. When I asked you what lies has he told since he was inaugurated into office. So that's not what he told in order to be voted in. I'm asking you what he told since he was sworn into office and took the seat in the Oval Office.
Oh, I can't name them exactly. I'm sure there are inaccuracies and misinformation and a lot of things that can be labeled a lie. Probably way more than 3. I can't name specifically.
Uh-huh. Okay. 1 second, dude. Guys over on YouTube, is the portrait live, like, showing at all? Help me out. Sorry, I had a... So, sir, when did you immigrate into this country?
For better economic opportunities.
No, I asked
Freedom.
when.
Yeah, so say it again. Sorry, connection is not good.
When? When did you
Oh, when? Like
immigrate
around
into the country?
Okay, I thought why. Like 4.5 years ago.
4.5 years ago. Okay. And when did you become a citizen?
Not yet. I'm on the track.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully in a year or so.
Oh, well, thanks, Zodiac. I'm glad you found me. Okay, well. Have a good one, dude. No, he's actually in the US. That's why he said he's on track to do so. He's calling from a United States phone number, at least. 1 second. Over on YouTube, the shorts, guys, go over to the landscape version. That one seems to be working. I'm not really sure. Is the landscape working? Parkers, help me out. I trust you with all of this stuff. Is the landscape working? All right, I'm gonna turn off the portrait one. Neither of them will load. It says some error. YouTube is down. Okay, well, I'm gonna try something. There is a different way for me to try, so. All of it is struggle busing. Well, let's try doing this. Okay. Because we all know that TikTok ain't getting no traction when it comes to Trump supporters anymore, so. Yeah, they keep changing shit. I don't know what they're changing. But they do keep changing shit. Let's see if that's going to load. Hey, if you're a Trump supporter and you're in my TikTok chat, I don't reply to you. So if you voted for Trump, you hit that request to join button. No, this isn't working at all, huh? Wow. Okay. That's not a thing, Helen. I said it earlier, or the other person. Landscape is back. That's good. Okay, but I'm trying the portrait, and it says I'm live, but it's not showing me. Which one is it on? That's not what I wanted it to do. Shows you're live on portrait. Okay, let's see. It's weird because it's not showing me that it's not showing, I can't see myself. So I don't know what's happening. There we go. No, I still can't see myself. Yeah, if you voted for Trump, I'm not responding to you in the comments, just so you're aware. I am not, Joe. So if you voted for Trump, feel free to hit that request button. Okay. I get that, Potato, but unfortunately the Trump voters don't come from the purple one. Oh, that was Killshot. My bad. They normally do. I don't know what you're asking me to do, Incognito. I literally can't go upstairs and reset my router. It already reset on its own a moment ago. All right. I don't know why it didn't pull up the other one. Because this is what it should have pulled up. Yeah, see, Trumpers never have, at least on on TikTok, they don't have the guts anymore to actually come up and talk ever. Yeah, so Stein, somebody in my chat was trying to tell me to just restart your router. Like, that's not how that works. Like, it's not gonna fix something if it's not me. You know, for one. Mods, be sure to be inviting any Trumpers up. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Well, guys, unfortunately, I might have to take the rest of the night off. Nope, it's not me. It's just the Red app. All of my calls come in from the Red app, guys. Because the MAGA over on the TikTok app are so scared. They never request up anymore. They're so hard to get. They're scared. They're far and few in between. They don't come out anymore. They hide it. You should, Case. Oh, no, I might not have given you that immediately. Sorry. I was adding you quickly that day because there was, like, no one else in here. And I'm like, I know Casey. I know Casey. Well, that's good, Lainey. I appreciate you finding it this way. It's a good way to build up, Twitch. I feel like I gotta do that with it. They literally can't, Alex. That's very true. I can see y'all, BMC. Oh, it's not that villain. They just there's an outage on one of my other the platforms, right? No, Eduardo. It's interesting that like the landscape one is up. Lines are wide open, but nobody's calling. But the portrait one will not come up at all. Like, do I need to change this? Let me see. I'm going to be weirded out when there's a voice in my ear in a moment. It is not. No, no, it's not. Okay, we're just going to try this one more time. I know this thing don't like me. Okay. All right. Yeah, anybody could call me in from anywhere, Helen. They're just not. Most of my calls that I get come in from the red one, you know? So when that's not running, oh, I get a ton. Like Zodiac, I have almost 30,000 missed calls from just 2 weeks. So, yeah. I cleared out. So, yeah. I clear the notifications because I hate them. That's totally cool, Lainey. I don't think if you were a sub over on the tubes, be sure to do that. I'm not on Spotify. Oh no, somebody just said my tattoos are so scary, guys. Listen, it's so scary to have a fucking heart on your arm. It's so scary to have a heart on your arm, guys. Ezekiel is so scared from a heart. So scared about a heart. Nah. They're not the only options, Dave, because I am not a liberal and I would never claim to be one, honestly. That's funny, Lainey. I like that. No, I'm just saying, like, you can swap over at any time. I'm good with that. The Twitchy is sorry, I got that crick in my neck. TikTok. Oh man. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's definitely more calm. So is the landscape side of the tubes. It's definitely calm over there too. Oh, see, you just of course you can, Lala. Let him get a couple comments in it though, because that just helps with the algorithm. It just depends in our area. So unfortunately, TH, they're not, the state that I'm in is very strict about what permits they issue. And they're also threatening to arrest anybody, and they're encouraging cars to hit people if you walk in the street at any point in time. So there's the potential that I could literally just be walking around town and they would just assume that I'm a part of it, and somebody would be in a car and want to hit me. So, yeah. That's kind of the issue, right? And that's why it's like, yeah, I'm worried about that. Can't really do that. I don't know about y'all, but can't really afford to get injured, right? And then just go around not doing it. Yeah, we just vibing. We just vibing. Guys, I wish I could. I can't angle my video. Oh, got that one, Walosi. We have that. Guys, I wonder, so let me be very clear when I show you guys this. This is not my artwork, okay? This is actually, they sell coloring books. All right. And you guys can buy this. And so this is what I'm working on to like recolor it for a tattoo. I wonder if Ezekiel is going to think that this is scary. Lala, what do you think? But in order for me to be able to color it on Procreate, I have to retrace everything because otherwise I can definitely go outside the lines. So I have to create the layers, right? So I got to do all of that, but otherwise I can just go outside the lines. So that's not what we're doing it. Yeah, they do, Menno. They do actually a lot. So why are you? Oh yeah, you're terrified, Lala. I know. Ezekiel must be too. Hold it up at face level. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't put it up so everybody can see. On. There we go. To be very clear, not my artwork. If you guys want to find her, it's Dragons and Beasties. Okay? Dragons and Beasties. I'm not stealing her artwork. This is not mine. She's on the purple one. She's over on Twitchy. So y'all can find her there. And of course, she's all over IG. I'm not sure about my color choices yet. I'm just trying to get it going. I'm not sure. I'm literally unsure of what the color is. So actually, if I remember correctly, it was, she called it a, so when she drew this, right, she had submissions come in from other artists or like from other people on IG and this was a submission and I think they called it like a Linberry and obviously not like a real thing, but it was like the original colors are very light. Let me see if I can't find that. See if I can't find the original one. Okay. This is small, but that's the original color scheme, right? I just realized that. It's cute, but it's not the colors I want. It's not strawberries. It's not called a strawberry one. It's literally not. Let me find it. You feel sad that somebody's talking about art, Fernando? That must really suck. Like, how sad must you be to be offended that somebody's talking about art? Okay, guys, just so you know, this is her page. This is her page. So I'm like being very clear, I'm not taking credit for her work. It took me a minute to find this, okay? I'm gonna be honest. They never know Mamasaurus. They're just like assuming. I know Milk. It wasn't her work. That's what I was saying. Like, so it was her work that she prettied up. Because I went and looked at the original one. It was pretty good. The original one was good. She just definitely cleaned it up a little bit. That's all. I can't remember who it was, though. Let me see. None of those are it. None of those are it. I know I looked it up in my recents, but that's not it. Yeah, her guys, just to be clear, like her art's really good. Okay. I've been following her since. This is going to be very niche, okay? Deviant Art, anybody? Dragons and Beasties. You can find her on IG. They have their own website. Yes, and it's dragons and beasties even there and on the purple one. On the TWITCH. Yeah. Not everybody knows about DeviantArt. That's why I was like, this feels very niche anymore. Niche? So it'd be like a small subsect. What's the... I'd have to... Yeah. So the exact definition would be a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. That would be the definition that I'm using for this. So that's why it's niche. People used it to share their artwork and everything, right? Is that even working? Oh, so it's very odd that the y'all over on the landscape are working, but nothing else is. Yay, thanks for the follow. Guys, if it does end up crashing over on the red one, purple one is up strong because apparently the tubes is updating. I'm trying to find this. But like, see, she'll even show how she does her art and everything. She got started sculpting. So like she makes little... Oh, they're not gonna end up coming there, Lainey. It's only the sorry, the landscape peeps are gonna mostly be non-Trumpies. I don't know who Joaquin Phoenix is. And guys, listen, I really don't want to turn this into a friendly live because I wanted to get into debates. This is semi-depressing. But if we have to, we can for a little bit until YouTube comes back up. And if that's the case, I will have to restart on TikTok because this just tanked the entire fucking algorithm. Oh, he did the Joker? Like, for which movie? I haven't seen them. Exactly, TH. That's kind of what I want sometimes. Don't know that one. Haven't seen it. Y'all, I don't watch movies like that. Truly, I do not. What can't you? Is it depressing? Who was he in The Gladiator? I did watch The Gladiator. Don't tell me names. I'm too young to know great genius? I don't even understand that comment. Didn't watch that movie, Casey. Didn't watch Stand By Me. Maybe watch The King Prince? I haven't watched the Joker movies, guys. Like, I'm being honest. I have not watched the Joker movies at all. And I've only watched Gladiator 1. So if he was in Gladiator 2, it ain't gonna work. Yes, I know who Johnny Cash is. I don't know John Cash. The evil guy? Who was the evil guy? All right, guys. Y'all have me looking shit up. I was gonna, like, draw. Okay? I don't watch movies. This is like one of the biggest pet peeves people have with me is I just don't. You want to know why? Okay, guys. You want to know why I don't like watching movies? I like watching movies with people. People don't like watching movies with me because sometimes I don't have a filter or I can't not say things. Oh. Yeah, he does have that bad guy vibe, huh? All right, I need to see exactly who he played in The Gladiator. No. Yeah, I need to see his face in The Gladiator. This isn't helping me. Google's not working, guys. I watched Signs like a long time ago. I couldn't tell you anybody that was in Signs. Yeah, 2002, guys. Y'all are asking, guys. I know. I can't find a picture of him. They're not showing me a picture of him as that role. It's just not doing it. It's only a fucking Russell Crowe. Those are all of the pictures for Russell Crowe. I did Google his name, chat. I'm just saying. I'm just being like, so literally when I watch movies. Is it up? Ain't no way. We'll try restarting this. Literally when I watch movies, I have to talk while I'm watching them, which does irritate people. It's just my thing. And I sometimes can't contain myself from not saying shit. I've looked him up. It's not helping me. Yes, the name is being spelt correctly, guys. You guys, like, here, listen, since y'all don't believe me. He's there. See, it doesn't matter if I don't spell it right because Google's gonna find it and correct me. Okay? That doesn't help. I don't know when I last saw this movie. Okay? I know who Russell Crowe is. He's that guy. All right? It doesn't help me. It's giving me their pictures. Okay? See? That's not, yeah. I don't know who these people are anymore. That don't look like him. Looks like that guy. Looks like this guy, but not him. Looks like this guy. This guy. All right? This one. Yeah, he's this one. But see these pictures that it's showing? These are Russell Crowe. And I'm like, that's not him. That's not the same guy. Ugh, Discord. What in the server? Y'all are over here making fun of me. Guys, I haven't seen The Joker. It doesn't help to do that. It really doesn't. I haven't seen it. I won't watch it. I don't know. Yeah, see that guy. Exactly, Casey. I had it right. I had it right. Okay, just saying. Is that guy? Yeah, it's that guy. Okay, let's see if we can't get YouTube rolling again. Oh, shit. I didn't say that. Sorry, TikTok. Don't cancel me. It's just an app. It's a figment of your imagination. Nothing happens. I typed his name. Really, lady? That's cute. I should always be your number one thought, though. I'm going to help you out with that one. I should always be your number one thought. Okay? It should always be Ari before Polly. Okay, guys? Maybe. I don't know what movies I've watched at this point. You're better off, like, not asking me what movies I've seen at all. How about I just tell y'all if I've seen a movie? Okay? If I've seen a movie, I'll just tell you the name of the movie that I've seen. We'll just go from there. That would be the easiest thing to do. Exactly. See, Moose is right. Moose, I wish I could put your comment on the screen, but that's exactly how it should be. Okay? No offense, guys, but it should literally be like, if you are a woman, okay, you guys should be supporting me over Polly. Okay. And he probably just heard me. All right, TikTokers, we're going to restart. So come right back. Bye, guys. It has returned! The shorts is back up and running. I do read books. Not as often as I used to, if I'm being honest. I used to read a lot of books. I own almost 200 books. Hey! And then I'd see this dude pop up. I'm like, wait, do you know? Listen, so Lainey, he does tell me that at least like almost every live he gets asked if somebody knows if he knows me, which is funny because nobody asked me that. Eddie, I would assume it's because they have a lot of time on their hands to scroll shorts, and that's probably why. Favorite book series? Okay, you're probably not even gonna know this one. Bishop, I almost guarantee you won't know this one. But Cassie Palmer series. I forget that I need to turn this one off when it's not up there. Back. Good job. Okay. Hey, that's cool. It finally came back up. It's alive. So Yoshi finally came, like we're back and running. This is how we know. I was scrolling through DEAD shorts till the Goku turning blue in the Brawly movie popped up and started. Yeah. Yeah. So that's and we're gonna get back on to the topic of politics, okay? Here for conflict. That's what I'm here for, Paradox. So as you guys are coming in back over on TikTok, I'm gonna need y'all to do the work. I'm gonna need y'all to tap the screen, complete the gift goal as quickly as possible. Let's get this back up and running so that we can get the conversations. Not having a phone call for the last 30 minutes, like, I can talk. Obviously, I talk the whole time, right? Oh yeah. Hey. Okay, Parkers, I might have a new assignment for you, but we're going to do this real quick. Gosh. I see the boys doing this, Parker, and I know you're going to know who I'm talking about, so I've decided I should maybe do it too. And that seems to help. At least on this one. So I might need you to start doing this, okay, Parkers? Like typing that in there as you come in and pinning it, but I don't know. I'm gonna try. And Parkers, but I don't wanna. Well, think, Roswin. Listen, guys, I will be live on my birthday because instead of my birthday's in the middle of the week, right? So that's kind of the problem. So I'll be live on my birthday. But I might not be live on the 25th, the Saturday before. Fel, you're back. I always miss you when you're gone. What? Oh. Oh my God, y'all are funny. I'm just seeing this comments. Sorry, Dark Lord asked, what is the hotline for? So Dark Lord, this hotline is to assist MAGA with accepting that Donald Trump is lying to you, A, or B, just coming to the realization, or I'm mostly challenging their critical thinking skills and their support of Trump. But this is mostly for the people that are tuning in and watching because I don't ever expect to change anyone's mind. And I think that's important for people to know that when people are calling in, I don't expect to change their minds. Okay? I don't. I'm sure you don't even know what that case was about, James. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
Go ahead.
How old are you?
41.
41. And are you still supporting
Mhm.
Donald Trump?
Am I? Yeah. I'm still. I still would vote for him. Even though I think he's, an idiot in a lot of regards. But the main issues that I care about, he seems to be supporting him.
Okay. Can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office?
3 lies.
Yep. Oh, thank you, James. I appreciate that. Yeah, 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office.
Well, like I said, I support him, but yeah, I think one of the lies that he said was that the wall was going to be paid by Mexico, which I thought was ridiculous.
That was in his first term. I'm talking about this term. See, there was a gap between his times in office.
Yeah, I know there was. I didn't know you were asking specifically about this term. This one, I don't know. I guess I was mostly calling to see if there was anything that you were critical about when it comes to, Democrats, how they were saying before that deporting is fine, but now they're against it.
Oh, sir. Can you remind me what position of office that the Democrats hold the majority in at the federal level?
Well, but look,
Can
I
you
mean,
remind me what position the Democrats hold the majority of at the federal level?
well, I'm not saying that they had
Can
the
you
power to
remind
change it,
me
but
what
I don't know.
position?
I don't know.
They don't,
But
right? Okay, cool.
okay, but
So at what
okay.
point did your assumption come in that told you I must be a Democrat because I speak out against Donald Trump?
No, I made that assumption. I could be wrong.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not. I'm not affiliated with either party for a reason.
Oh, so you're an independent?
I'm a non-affiliated voter.
Okay. Okay, so you're not your whole line is basically to just point out Trump's, but not any of the Democrats.
I'm sorry.
no.
Who is the controlling party in all 3 branches of the federal government?
Oh, no, I'm just asking what your purpose is. Your purpose is specifically against Trump, but
It's
it's not
against Trump. It's to speak out about what he's doing actively while he's in office. And it's
Okay.
mostly
So
to encourage his voters to engage in critical thinking skills and being able to question themselves, being able to question themselves in their support of Donald Trump.
Well, I can tell you what my support is.
No, question yourself and why you are supporting Donald Trump. Not for you to
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
No, I don't think you're understanding this. This is why let me finish explaining real quick, okay? When I'm asking you to question yourself and why you support Donald Trump, it's not you looking for things that he did well that reaffirm your support. It's looking for things that he's done bad, and then for you to explain to yourself how that's a good thing. And then try to reason that for why you still support him.
Well, I can tell you then. The reason why I support
No, I need
him
you to tell
is
me
be-
things that Donald Trump has done bad.
I
Not just
did.
go
I already
into
told you.
why. No, you haven't.
Oh, you're saying for this term?
Yes.
For this term, no.
That's
I
why
don't
it's
know. I don't know
still
what I-
supporting Trump, right? Still,
Well,
not
because-
why do you support Trump? It's not a general question.
Well, I
It's
mean,
why
you can have this
still?
argument for Democrats as well. You're never going to tell me
I'm
that
not a
there's not
Democrat,
things that
so I don't give a
Democrats-
shit. And again, the Democrats
Okay.
have no power in the federal government right now. They don't have the majority in anything. They are not in the White House. They are not in the majority in Congress, and they are not in the majority in the Supreme Court of the United States. They don't have the power right now.
Okay, so you're just gonna you can
Awesome.
have the same argument with whoever's the president at that point. Then I think it's
Right.
kind
Yeah.
of
I have no
unproductive.
problem questioning any political leader that is in the majority or in power. So, like, if it was a Democrat in office right now, yeah, I'd probably be questioning the shit that they're doing.
Okay, so it's just specifically him, not just all politicians. Okay. No, if
Yeah, I
that's
guess
what
I
your
don't
channel's about, that's fine.
understand. Yeah, so what is MAGA? Can you help me out with that? Maybe this will help narrow it down for you. What is MAGA? Like, who does MAGA support?
I guess that. No, I guess you can say what's isolationist policy
No, I
when it
said
comes with their
I
tariffs.
didn't say what. I said who. Who does MAGA support?
I guess those that prescribe to that policy of isolationism.
No, who? Who's
That's I just said that's whoever prescribes to that policy, or anti illegal immigration.
Gotcha. So are
It would
you
support
just
those people.
intentionally obtuse?
I answer your question, and you just don't want to accept the
No,
answer.
I'm asking you, are you just intentionally obtuse?
First, you asked me who he supports, and I told you.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know how you can make the argument that I'm
That's
obtuse.
not, I
In
didn't
fact,
ask
I
you
would
who
say
he
that
supports. Who is he? I didn't
I
ask
told
you who
you.
he supports. You're literally
Yes, you did.
answering
You said
questions that
who.
you're like rephrasing. I didn't ask
Okay,
who is he? Who
who
is he?
who is Trump?
No, yeah, no. I didn't say Trump, did I?
Then who are we
When I
talking
was
about? I
asking
don't.
this question, I didn't say Trump. But you
Okay,
kept
then
bringing
who?
up he, and I'm like, who is he? And then now you're saying Trump. So do you see how you answered your
Well,
own
that's
question? Okay, perfect. So now I think we're on the same page. MAGA supports Donald Trump because he is the creator of the MAGA movement as we know it right now in 2025.
okay.
Would you agree with me on that one?
That MAGA supports Trump because he's the creator of MAGA.
No, I didn't say he's the creator of MAGA. I said he's the creator of the movement that we know it as right now in 2025.
Yeah, I guess he is the creator of it. If you're saying "Make America Great Again," then yeah, he's the one that started that.
No, he's not the one that originally started the phrase, sir. That's why I said specifically 2025.
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
I think you're right, Alfred, since that's definitely what's happening right now. Oh man.
Okay, I don't. Okay,
Cool.
so what do you want to discuss?
All right, so
then?
now when we go back and we look at what the words that are on my background, right, where it says MAGA support hotline, and then when I remind you what my title was, which is accepting that Donald Trump is lying to you, why would you come in here thinking that this live is anything but about Donald Trump?
I didn't say it wasn't about Donald Trump.
Then why were you asking me about other things? Why were you asking me about the Democratic Party then?
Well, I saw you on what do you call it? The shorts, and I saw that it's generally videos about saying that Trump's not good and whatnot. So I assumed that your whole channel was. I didn't even realize that you had
No,
a
my whole
specific
channel is
title
about
of it.
politics. But yeah, when you came into the live, there's literally a title that goes across the bottom of the screen. And then there are
Oh, so
words
you
at
have
the
to.
top of the page that also say MAGA support hotline.
Okay, no, if you're saying that we have to talk specifically about accepting, that Trump is lying, then No, I didn't even know that we have to talk about that specific
Why
subject.
else would I ask
So
you
then,
tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump told since he was inaugurated?
no, I guess then I'm wrong for thinking that we're gonna, discuss multiple, open topics. But
Yeah,
if that's what we have
let's
to
start
talk,
with his biggest lie that's literally affecting the most people right now. Are you ready for this? Let's see
okay.
if you
Yeah, go ahead.
can
I
comprehend this.
I got
Donald Trump,
plenty of criticism of him as well. So
doesn't sound like it because you weren't able
no,
to
I
do it
do. I
previously.
can give you multiple criticisms of him. I still would vote for him, but I
Mhm.
have multiple criticisms of him. I mean, of both parties, to be honest.
Sure.
But if you want to talk, if you want to give me specific lies that he could, go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah. Donald Trump said that the Democrats shut down the government.
Well, from what I understand, they were proposing
From
like a
what you understand.
1.5 trillion policy that the Republicans don't want to accept.
We'll,
So I
we'll
mean,
get to that
at
in a
this point, I would
second, but
say,
I want to go ahead and like get
I mean,
to
this is a
no,
two-party thing. I would say that they have to accept that Republicans have to accept what Democrats want. So I guess they're both at fault at this point.
Oh, okay. So, but specifically, when do you happen to know? Let's start with the base question. I need to find the baseline of your knowledge here. How
Mhm.
many Congress people do we have in total?
I don't know.
You don't know. Do you know how many
No.
Congress people we have in the Senate? This one
No.
is literally the easiest one.
I mean, you don't even have to know all this information in order to know that when someone is doing something wrong, if they say that if you're soft on crime, that's not good policy, But go ahead. What's your point with this question?
Let's try this because I really hope you know the answer to one of these. Okay. How many senators does each state have that
Look,
represents
if
them?
you want to do the whole gotcha thing,
This
I
isn't
don't
a
understand
gotcha.
what the
I
point is.
literally said I needed to find the baseline of your knowledge. So because
Oh,
I
okay.
want to educate you. Okay.
Not
So
I couldn't tell you exactly how many senators or congressmen and all that stuff is, but okay.
no, that's why I asked you a different way. How many senators does each state have representing them in the Senate at the federal level?
Oh, I would think one. Hello?
It's 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
I
we
don't
have
know. I'm
2
looking it up right now. So
senators. Yeah, we have 2 senators for each state. Okay. So
okay.
now knowing that one, serious question. How many senators do you think are in Congress? Senators, not representative senators.
Well, if you're saying 2 per state, then I would say 100.
Perfect. Thank you. How many do you need to be the majority out of 100?
Well, 51.
51. The Republicans have 53, meaning there are 47 Democrats. Well, technically 46. 45. There are 2 independents that caucus as Democrats. Okay. All right. So now we have the breakdown of this. Okay. So
Mhm.
when you have a 53 Republican majority,
Mhm.
all right, how can it possibly be the Democrats' fault that the government is shut down when the Republicans have the majority?
Well, so then I'm assuming that there's some Republicans that aren't accepting whatever budget that they're proposing, right?
No, that's not what I asked. How can it be the Democrats' fault that the government is shut down like Donald Trump says?
That there's some that are registered as Republicans that are, what do you call it, not accepting the budget.
Nope, they had
By
the
definition,
votes.
if all of the Republicans accepted the budget, then they would have the majority and enough to pass whatever bill when it comes to the budget. But not all of them are accepting of it.
Okay. So no, they actually did have the majority in order to vote it and to pass it. They had it, okay?
Mhm.
So they could have passed it. So here's how this works, okay? So for everybody that wants to spam the comments and they're like, the filibuster, the filibuster, the filibuster rule. Do you happen to know what the filibuster rule is by chance?
Well, they just keep on talking in order to draw out so that there's no vote made.
No, that's not what the filibuster rule is. So no,
Okay.
so a filibuster, like somebody could call speaking time where they just keep discussing the
Like
the
read the phone
bill.
book.
Yeah, you can do that. Like talking for
Mhm.
a long period of time would be considered a filibuster as well. But that's not necessarily
Okay.
what the filibuster really is, okay? So the filibuster is something that you technically need 60 votes to break, okay? But see, there's this awesome rule that the Senate
So is that like
has.
when someone is like talking and then you can kind of like cut off their time?
No, you wouldn't be able to cut off their time necessarily. You would you would call in for a motion, and they have to allot you the time to even call in for a motion, right? So they'd be like, "Yeah,
Okay.
you have the opportunity to speak. Like this is my time, right? Because they're granted time, and they can keep talking for until the end of
Mhm.
their life if they could, right? So what I'm saying though is like technically, yes, most continuing resolutions in the Senate require a 60 vote threshold. However, all right, there's a cloture motion that the majority leader can call in at any point in time and say that this no longer qualifies or meets the threshold. Thank you, Richard, for the filibuster rule. And in order for that cloture motion to pass, it needs a simple majority vote, which they have. The Republicans are refusing to call for that cloture vote in order to
And that
continue to let Donald Trump try to clean up the government in the way that he so chooses.
why would they do that then?
Because we no longer have representatives that represent the people in our government, in our like federal government right now. We have party loyalists.
Well, that I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and that's part of the issue, okay? And so because they are party loyalists, they are literally following along with what Donald Trump says because you know he tweets all up on his True Social, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't
And
follow
so
it, but
he
yeah.
gets up on his True Social and be like, I guess the Democrats want me to continue along with my plan, and I'm gonna meet with Russ Vogt of Project 2025 fame, and we're gonna fire federal employees, which luckily has been briefly stopped by a judge. But that's up until, you know, something else occurring. And I do want to also give everybody a friendly reminder that back in 2011 and 2012, when the government was going to potentially shut down under Obama, in no uncertain terms did Donald Trump make it clear, like he made it very clear, that if the government were to shut down, it's the president's fault.
And now now he doesn't want the buck to stop with him. You're saying it's
Oh,
only
no, he
when
doesn't. Very similar to 2018 when the government shut down, the last time the government shut down for 34 days was also under him. The longest government shutdown in our United States history, ever in history, was under Donald Trump. And this is leading up to be the second longest. It might have actually already passed that in history.
Well, like I said, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he says.
This isn't about what he's saying. This isn't about agreeing or disagreeing. This is acknowledging that these are lies and that these lies are harmful.
Oh, specifically that it's the Democrats' fault.
Right. And these lies are harmful because he literally bragged about being able to shut down the government and then also fire American employees, American government employees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you have to. I mean, I'm assuming you can't do it now because you're on air, and you know you probably want to get to other questions. But I guess I have to look at. So what was the name of? So you said the term that you used in order to stop a filibuster?
So it's called a cloture, and then you could also look it up by the nuclear option.
How do you spell that? Because it sounds somewhat like muffled.
Yeah, no, CLOTURE,
Mhm.
cloture.
CURE.
Yeah. And so then you have a nuclear option is also what it's called, but it calls for a cloture vote.
Cloture. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any references? Just not just for me, but if anybody else is watching, so that they can look it up and see.
Senate.gov has all the rules listed for what's required.
Senate.gov.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're lying about stuff, since I've caught both sides multiple times. So at this point, it's a lesser of two evils, and in any case, there's no such thing as
No, when someone's
no.
already elected president, you no longer get to use the lesser of two evils because they're actively in office. And also, when you're trying to say evil, you're bringing morality into the question. And I would beyond say that Donald Trump had the least amount of morals when it came up to the last election and the candidates that were in there. And I mean all 5 candidates in total, not just the main party candidates.
Well, I think, maybe he himself, I can maybe make that argument, and you can make that argument that he's maybe the least moral from all of them. I just think, at least in terms of,
It's not making an argument. He was. Do you think? Let's try this. Actually, no, I'm not going to go on it. Never mind. All right, we're good, man.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You have a good one.
Thank you then.
You're welcome.
Oh, you too.
Okay, bye. Hey, Anna, I would love for you to call in and actually have a conversation with me. I'm sure you won't because, like you and most MAGA, you guys run scared. But I'm going to go ahead and read your comment out loud. LMAO, I'm sure you weren't laughing your ass off, for one. You speak as if any of the Democrat politicians, it would be Democratic politicians, just trying to help you out here. So I'm going to fix your sentence here. You speak as if any of the Democratic politicians aren't full of lies. Trump lies, but he also delivers on promises he made throughout his campaign. Okay. So with that being said, that's still also not true that he's delivered on all of his promises that he made. And see, I'm talking about his actions while he's been in office, and I understand that you are not understanding that. Okay. I do not beholden myself to a party, nor do I beholden myself to a politician, unlike you. I hope that helps. And I've never once said, let's be very clear, I've never once said that the Democrats don't lie. Do you see how she made a connection that wasn't there? See, the thing is, I'm talking specifically about Donald Trump because he is the person that is sitting in office and has the power to pass or veto bills. Awesome. You are the one that's bringing up Democrats, not me. I'm talking about the person that is sitting in office and that is actively violating articles and amendments of the United States Constitution. So I am questioning you, I'm challenging you to question your support in Donald Trump. Remind yourself the stuff that he has actively done poorly since he's been in office. And then try to pretzel yourself into reminding yourself why you still support somebody that would do so much bad. Moose, maybe people should actually know the rules around the voting rules. That sounded, the conversation was painful. That kind of was a little bit painful. He was nice and he was open to learning at the end, so I do appreciate that from him. So I do appreciate that. Guys, if you are watching me, sorry TikTok, 1 second. If you're watching me over on YouTube, you can also have your comment read and addressed perfectly out loud if you send a super chat. Also become a member. I do prioritize membership comments. I would like to see 5 new members today, if at all possible. So yeah, keep that in mind. TikTok, y'all are not tapping. There's 405 people in here and y'all just ain't tapping that screen. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
26.
26. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes, I am supporting Donald Trump still.
Okay. What has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
What has me questioning my support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement?
Yes.
Well, I think some of the reasons that I may question my support in Donald Trump come from the fact that obviously, and there have been several people who have said this in your stream, obviously, when you're talking about a candidate like Donald Trump, you're unfortunately put in a position where you're kind of forced to choose between the lesser of two evils.
No, I don't think people understand. So you can use the lesser of two evils argument when you're going into the voting booth. We are now 11 months past election day, right?
Yeah.
You no longer get to use the lesser of two evils argument to explain why you're still supporting Donald Trump, because he's now been in office. Yes,
why I'm
that's
still
literally
supporting Donald Trump.
like I didn't ask you that question, but that's literally what, like, I asked you, are you still supporting Donald Trump when you called into the line, right?
Yeah.
Still means like actively still doing it today. You no longer get to say it's the lesser of two evils.
I have to disagree with that.
How?
And
who else is there to run the presidency right now that would be a lesser evil, or sorry, a greater evil than Donald Trump? Who right now has the potential, like the active sitting potential to be president right now, October 15th, 2025? Who?
Well, I mean, that question, I honestly, if I had to answer that question, I'm not totally sure.
No one, because the answer is literally no one else but Trump, because he was the person that was inaugurated into office on January 20th, 2025. There is no lesser of two evils as of October 15th, 2025. Literally the day after the election, the argument died. The argument was no longer there. It could no longer be said anymore, especially after he was inaugurated and into office, and then also rolling back to January 6th, right? After the election results were certified. There are no more lesser of two evil options that you can even use that argument anymore.
And that's where I still have to kind of disagree with you.
Who is the greater evil that could take over the presidency today?
Obviously, today, right now, no one.
No one, exactly.
I mean,
so
obviously.
You no longer have that option. I'm going to help you out with something else that might actually blow your mind. Hold on, no, I'm going to tell you something that might actually blow your mind.
I've said my point.
I'm going to tell you something else really quickly that might blow your mind. Okay, and then you can say your piece. Okay, you do not have to actively support anyone in politics. You can choose not to support the president and still support the United States of America. You are not required to be beholden to a politician, and they do not need your support. They do not require it. You do not have to give them your support. That's why people have a very hard time with the question when I ask them, are you still supporting Donald Trump? And then we go down this line and people want to use the lesser of two evil arguments. You do not have to support a sitting active president of the United States of America. You are not required to. You can support America. You can love the United States without supporting the president of the United States. Now
Okay, now
try your
I just
lesser
gotta
of two
ask you
evil
something.
arguments.
I just gotta ask you a question. So let's say that this channel is beyond successful, right? Let's say that you reach every MAGA supporter, every supporter of Donald Trump, and with your spiel, that rhetoric or whatever, with your message, and you convince every MAGA supporter, you know what, I don't have to support Trump. What does that look like going forward? Because here's what I'm thinking, right? Even if that were the case, even if we didn't have to support a sitting president, unfortunately, we're still put in a position where we're obligated to support different policies.
No, you're not.
And unfortunately, even though I may not morally or in any way support the sitting president, that doesn't change my obligation as a citizen to support policies. And that
Can
doesn't
you tell
change.
me where
I
are
mean,
you
he doesn't.
obligated?
Wait,
Where
hold
are
on.
you
Let me finish.
obligated?
Let me
You
just finish.
interrupted me
Let
the
me just
entire
finish my
time.
last point. This is the
Sorry,
last thing I'm gonna
dude,
say.
you interrupted me
This is the
the
very
entire
last
time.
thing
You're
I'll say.
not exempt from being interrupted.
I'm sorry.
Where are citizens obligated to support policies that are enacted?
Well, we do that by voting in our cities. We do that by voting for our city councils in our communities and so forth.
Obligation means a requirement. I don't think people understand. Like, you have to, don't use words if you don't know what
I mean, we
the meanings
can
are.
argue. I mean, we could debate on the
This
technical
isn't a debate. This is
on the
just me
technical
helping you with
definition of.
English.
Well, we could debate on the technical definition of obligation, but I mean, obviously, I think we both know, you being a very intelligent person, that that's not the definition that I meant to use when using that word, right? So, but I mean, if we were to use an appropriate word, I'm compelled as a citizen to still support certain policies.
How are
and
you
even if I don't
compelled?
support the sitting president, doesn't he remain president for the rest of his term? I mean, what?
Oh gosh.
What does that look like? Me not
Why is this
supporting the sitting
so
president?
hard? What does that look like?
I'm genuinely asking that.
Means that you're using critical thinking skills, okay? So obligation means that there is some form of requirement that says that you have to support him. If you are even saying compelled, that means there is some driving force that compels you in some way. Either it's convincing you, or it's requiring of you, or it's pressuring you in order to do this. What
Yes.
force, what driving force is therefore compelling you to support the policies or support the president of the United States? What driving force is compelling you to do so?
Oh, okay. No, see, I'm not saying that there's a driving force compelling me to support Donald Trump. I'm saying that I'm compelled
to
as
be
a citizen of the.
there is
just
a
let me finish.
outside source.
I promise. I
To
promise
be
you, I will answer
compelled,
every
there is
question
an
you ask me.
outside source pushing that upon you.
Okay, yeah, and so
Who
I
is
feel
this outside
compelled.
source?
Yeah, I feel compelled as an American, as a citizen of the United States of America, to involve myself in voting on policy that takes place in the United States of America, because I am a citizen. So that outside force would be me being a citizen of the United States, would be me.
See, if that was the case,
being
then
a
everybody
part-
would be required to vote, and that's not a law in our country. I want to read you a quote.
I'm not saying required, but I'm saying
I didn't say
morally,
that.
I feel compelled
I said, it's
to involve myself in policy.
Yeah, and let's not even get started on your morals, because I have major questions about your morals if you're voting for Donald Trump and what you consider evil at that point. But okay, you know who Teddy Roosevelt is, right?
I would hope so.
Okay, just making sure. Some people don't know who they are, okay? All right, so I'm going to read you a quote, and I hope that this hits home. I don't know if it will, but I'm going to try to hit home for you, okay?
All right.
And this is something that I believe supports me in what I'm doing and helps me keep doing this. To announce that there must be no criticism of the president or that we are to stand by the president, right or wrong, it is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is morally treasonable to the American public. Nothing but the truth should be spoken about him or anyone else, but it is even more important to tell the truth, pleasant or unpleasant, about him than anyone else. Okay? So when you are trying to say that you must, like, you have to support him, therefore you must still
I
support
didn't
him.
say I have to support him.
Oh,
I said
you were,
policy.
yeah, you're compelled to support him. Okay?
Policy.
I asked you about supporting
let's
him, and
make
who
sure-
signs the policy? Okay, so fine. You're compelled to support the policy that he supports and pushes. So his agenda.
No, that's not what I said.
Sorry,
Not what I said.
are the policies that are being enacted right now by the Republican Party in Congress not being pushed by Donald Trump's agenda?
Some of them are. There are some things that are a part of his agenda that I completely disagree with.
That's not.
But
You just
as
said you
far as-
have to.
oh, wait.
No,
I'm just
sorry. You now you are
clarifying
no.
my-
you are actually
my
what you're
original
doing is
statement.
you're backpedaling. This
I'm
isn't a
not
clarification.
backpedaling.
You
I
are
will
literally
double down on what I
backpedaling.
originally said.
You're
No,
literally
I promise you,
backpedaling.
I'm not.
You
I
said
promise you, I will double
policy.
down so hard on this.
You said that you had to support the policy. There was a compelling reason for you to support his
Yeah.
policy because of morals,
Not
right?
his. No,
So
I
then
did not say his policy. I did not say that.
the
I said
Republican
I'm
Party right
compelled as an
now,
American citizen to involve myself in the
the
policies that
Republican
take
Party
place in the
right
United States of
now,
America.
the Republican Party right now is pushing Donald Trump's agenda because if it went against his agenda, he has this beautiful option called the veto, where he could not sign a bill. So literally everything
True.
that's literally gone through Congress right now, which are the policies that you support, which also means if you're supporting the policies, you have this you are compelled to support his
Wait,
policies.
hold on.
You said
very- wait.
you said you are compelled to support his policies, sir.
That's
You
not. I did not
said
say
it.
his. I
You-
did not say his. And you're
You
a very
said,
intelligent
okay,
person, so
let's
you
try this.
know that I didn't say
Okay,
that.
I'm tired of you interrupting me for 2 seconds, okay? You
You've
said that you were
interrupted me several
compelled to
times.
support the policies that are enacted by the President of the United States of America.
I did not
We'll
say
go
that.
from
I
there,
did
right?
not
You
say
are
that.
compelled to support policies, sir. Okay, I'm going to read something to you. That means that you are having to stand by, you are compelled to stand by the President of the United States. We are to stand by the President of the United States, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, it is morally treasonable to the American
Yeah.
public. I wanted to reiterate that to you because you're the one who's
I
trying to make
agree.
this a
No,
claim
no, but here's
about
what
your morals, and I don't think you're understanding how you are being morally treasonable to the United States of America. You said you knew who Teddy Roosevelt was, so I'm just reminding you of his words. Okay?
Okay.
You
All
said
right,
that
I
you
hear
have
you.
to support the policies that are enacted by the president and by the Republican Party that's in office. This is
No,
not
no,
me
that's not
twisting
what I
your
said.
words. This is me reminding you of the words that you said that you are now
I
feeling
didn't say
offended
that
by,
verbatim.
and you are pretzeling yourself into re-changing them and moving the goalposts because you no longer
Now-
like it being pointed out to you that what you said no longer makes sense. So you
Wait,
support the
hear me out,
policies that
hear
are
me out.
actively
Can
being
I
enacted by
clarify
this
my point?
administration. These are your words. You are supporting the policies
Can
that
I
are actively
clarify
being
my
enacted
point
by
so we
this
can debate on
administration,
my point?
meaning that you support the policies that he signed, the bills that are being passed by Congress, and you also support the executive orders that Donald Trump signed. So those are his policies. So you support them. So you are the one who said you still supported Donald Trump. Let's be very
Yeah.
clear. You are the one
Yeah.
who said you still support Donald Trump and that you are
say
morally
that.
compelled to support the policies that are being enacted by this administration. Okay?
I did not say that
So
verbatim.
you
no.
did. I'm not trying to quote you
didn't.
verbatim. I think that's the part that you missed, right? So, like,
No,
if you
that's
want to
not
go
the-
back
no,
and watch
so-
yourself
so-
and what you said and see how you've pretzeled yourself and then shifted the goalpost,
I didn't
you are
pretzel
welcome
myself.
to
You're
do
just not
that.
allowing me to
But
clarify my
see,
point.
you're not understanding. I don't need to hear your point, sir. This is not your show. If you would love to start your own live, I'm sure 3 people would tune in and you can tell them all about
But
your
I
feelings and about
thought
what I
the-
did to
I
hurt
thought
your
the
feelings.
purpose-
Okay? Okay?
I thought the
So I
purpose of the
don't
show
think
was
you
for us
understand.
to
And
debate a
even someone
point.
saying that somehow Donald Trump is more moral than the previous like individuals that were campaigning for president is laughable. Can you tell me what is moral about being civilly adjudicated of sexual assault on a woman? What is moral?
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing at all.
nothing is moral about being civilly adjudicated of sexual assaults.
Not even a little bit. No.
Not even a little bit. Interesting, but you voted for him.
I did.
You did.
And
So
can I
this is where
clarify
I
my
say,
point so we can
this is
debate
where
my
I say,
point?
we're not debating. I told you that from the start. So this is where
But
I
I thought the
say
purpose
that
of the
your
show
morals,
was
it's not
you
a
were
debate. It
asking
literally
MAGA
says
supporters why.
commentary. I'm
Wait,
not
I
asking
thought
you
you
why
were
you still
asking MAGA
support.
supporters why they supported
I
Trump.
didn't actually, did I?
I thought that
Actually,
was
what
the
I
purpose of the show.
no, it's not. See, what I
That was
asked
the
you
very
is
first question. If
no,
I
it
quote
wasn't.
you verbatim, the very first question you asked me is, "Do you still support Donald Trump?"
No.
And
Yeah,
I said
that was
yes,
the
and
first.
you wanted
Actually,
me
that
to
was the second
clarify.
question. No, I didn't ask you to clarify. I asked you what has you still like what has you questioning your support, and you said
That's asking me
nothing.
to clarify.
No, it's not. That's not asking you to clarify. And then
That's
I
why you
asked you,
rephrased the question
and then I
afterwards.
asked you. No, I didn't rephrase it even once. Then I asked you,
You did.
tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told, and you couldn't think
You
of
didn't
any,
ask me
sir.
that.
Oh,
You
so
didn't
that
ask
means
me
you
that.
cut me off before I could ask that question. Got it. Because that's usually what that means. Because, see, normally I literally have a set way of how I go about it. But, see, you must have said something that piqued my interest, like trying to call morals into question and try to make this thing that somehow Donald Trump was the more moral candidate.
I
When
never
he
said
was,
that.
you just did. Lesser of two evils
I
is
did.
calling morals into question. Evil is a
Yes,
morality
I
term.
still stand by that
Perfect.
statement too.
Awesome. So when you're questioning morals, you have to look at the individual, sir. And again, I'm going to
That's
remind you, and this is going to hurt your feelings, and I know it.
I don't believe
Donald
so.
Trump was held civilly liable, so he was civilly adjudicated for sexual assault on a woman, and you said that is immoral. So no, sir,
I did
your
say that.
morals are literal garbage. I hope that helps. Oh, I don't mute them, guys. I don't know if you guys realize that. I don't mute them. See, when I just want to talk, they can crash out all above, like try to the whole time. Okay? Yeah, exactly, Jay. When you say that you have to use past tense, you would have to say Trump was the lesser of two evils. There is literally no one else that can take, that has the capacity right now to just be like, move, bitch, get out the way to Donald Trump and take over the office of the president. There's steps that have to be taken. Steps that have to be taken for that process to be done. So nobody can just go, move, bitch, get out the way. You're no longer voting for people. Okay? You are no longer voting for people. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $9.99. I admire your patience. You are awesome. I appreciate that one. There have been no bills vetoed, Chris. So that could be a potentiality if any bills had been actively vetoed. Chris, no bills so far in 8 months of presidency have been vetoed by Donald Trump. So that argument falls flat if that was the case. But it's a decent attempt. All right. Over on TikTok, guys, we should have been at 75,000 likes 2 minutes ago. So let's go ahead and tap up the screen to 75,000 in the next 5 minutes. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
I am here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Well, I won't say he has my full support, but I do support him on some issues.
What has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, I have a moral and ethical framework that aligns with Orthodox Christianity. That's where I ground my morals and ethics. And if he doesn't necessarily, If he doesn't necessarily align with those ethics, then I am going to disagree with him. But since we're, using morals and ethics to
We're
validate
not. I'm
whether or
literally
not he's
asking
doing
you.
the
That was okay. I'm going to help you guys with something real quick. When I answer a new phone call, and this is to everybody that's listening, when I answer a new phone call, this is a brand new, fresh conversation. We are not here to rehash the conversation that I just had with the last caller. That is basically a closed book. That is the end of that chapter. It is the end of that book. Okay, it's closed.
So are we not
Let's
going to talk about
try.
morals and ethics? Isn't this
Comprehension is lacking. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there? Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm in my 30s.
You're in your 30s. Awesome. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
What has me questioning my support?
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Okay. So tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump told since he was inaugurated into office this year.
Well, he said he stopped the war between Azerbaijan and Albania. I think those countries aren't next to each other. I think he said 300 million Americans died of drugs last year, which is like 90% of the population.
Yeah. That would be like we're all dead.
Yeah.
Did you know that you died last year?
No.
Okay.
I just can't believe I got picked for the call. I appreciate your time.
Okay. Well, you have a good night, man.
You have a fantastic evening.
All right. I totally get that. He just had stage fright. I feel so bad. He just had stage fright. I totally get that. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
41.
41. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
Well, didn't he just do a huge peace agreement between Hamas and Israel?
Oh, you mean the ceasefire that both sides have already violated?
Yeah, they violated, but only because of true cause.
Because of what cause?
True cause. They told him not to cross the line, and these Palestinians.
Oh no, I
wanted
think
to-
people forget that IDF,
Hey,
which is the
me
military
talk.
force over Israel, literally did a
Please,
drone
let me-
strike to kill Palestinians. It wasn't
This-
just they did a drone
This is what
strike.
you
It wasn't
talk over
just
people.
them.
Don't let people talk.
Oh goodness. I'm correcting misinformation, and that's why I have to actually kind of
Dude, they
talk
drew a
over you a
line.
little bit. But so
Line. It said,
no,
"Do not
sir.
cross the
So they
line."
did a
And
drone
they
strike
crossed
on
the line.
civilians. We're not talking about the fact that they shot 7 individuals that came up towards the IDF that were still in Gaza, even though they were
And what
supposed to
about
leave.
Hamas?
I'm
fucking
talking
their own
about a
fucking
drone
Palestinian
strike that
people?
happened on that same day that I'm sure that you
Look.
weren't even aware of happening. So that's
Dude,
okay.
don't talk over me, please. Just let me get my
Why?
point across, and then I'll let you get yours
Why?
across. Okay?
Why?
Why does Hamas shoot their own Palestinian people?
No, I'm asking you, why should I let you get your point out?
Well, because you want
Why do
to
I
have a
have to?
conversation. You want to have a conversation, but it seems like your channel is one-sided.
Sir, you were interrupting me the entire time. It doesn't seem like you wanted to have a conversation.
All right, so go ahead and talk, and I'll listen.
Okay. So anyways, both sides violated the peace agreements, even though technically, actually, within the text of the peace agreement, it was already made aware to Israel that Hamas may not be able to identify or locate all of the deceased bodies of the hostages that were, taken on October 7th, right? That was actually included within the text of the peace deal. And because unfortunately Israel is refusing to lend them heavy equipment right now in order to make sure that they can find all of the bodies, there's not truly a delay. So Hamas hasn't technically violated the ceasefire, but Israel definitely did when they not only shot at Palestinians for crossing a line, but they also committed a drone strike against them. So now they are blocking aid trucks from going in after, they just encouraged all of the Palestinians to go back to the Gaza Strip. So now
There
we're
was a
going to see
blowback that landed there today.
additional starvation occurring and probably additional malnutrition occurring of children. So I think that that's awesome that they're just going to continue their genocide while nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, I think you're getting false information from CNN.
I don't watch CNN. You might, but I don't.
MSNBC, where the
Don't
fuck
watch
you
them
say
either.
Listen, there was a Globash airplane that landed there today with over 30,000 pounds of aid to be delivered to Gaza.
To be delivered, but has it been delivered?
I can't say, but hey, the U.S.
Thanks for becoming a
isn't the
subscriber,
fault.
Nemesis.
But look, you blame all your troubles on Trump.
I was blaming my troubles on Trump. Which troubles
That's
have I
all your
issued?
streams. That's all your streams. That's all you talk about.
My
is,
troubles? What
you know,
troubles
the
do I
MAGA
have?
hotline.
What troubles
Look,
do I
let
have?
me talk.
What
Will you
troubles
let me
do I
talk?
have? What troubles
You have
do I
plenty
have?
of troubles.
You've now made a
You have
positive claim. What troubles have I personally complained about?
GDS.
I'm sorry. Where can I find that in the DSM-5?
Well, it's called Trump derangement syndrome.
Where
and
can
it's
I
clear
find
that
that
you
within
have
the
it.
the DSM-5?
Whatever, dude. Like you're so fucking
Do you know what the
twisted, and all you can do
DSM-5 is?
Go ahead, explain. Explain to all your viewers.
Oh, so that's actually the book that's issued to psychologists that are the ones that would actually diagnose somebody with some kind of mental disorder. So that's what catalogs the lists of mental disorders. And I hate to break it to you, sir, but TDS is not a real medical disorder or a mental
No,
disorder. So
personality trait. Let's see what you have it.
it's a personality trait. What defines a personality trait?
You tell me, sweetie.
No, you're the one who said it, so I'm asking you to clarify it. What defines a personality trait?
Just the way you act.
The way I act? In what way is that? Can you
Trump
be
derangement syndrome.
specific?
Somebody that's so far left that they can't get the fucking ass right. You're
Oh,
so
I'm not a
twisted. Yeah,
leftist.
everything's so
I
fucking
can't get my
twisted.
butt right? I'm sorry. Have you seen my ass? That's a little bit weird.
No, and I don't want to. I can
Oh,
only
okay. I
imagine.
wouldn't show it to you anyways. That's really odd. So are you able
So let's
to
go back.
list out the symptoms of this? Like, can you actually quantify what personality traits I have that it show that I have TDS?
Yeah, you don't listen to the news. You don't fucking
I
believe
don't
that
listen to the
anything that
news?
what's going on in America is good. All you want to do
Oh.
is hate.
Wait, I'm sorry. How is that a personality trait to not listen to the news? I'm sorry. Wait, you listen to your news? You listen to your news?
Look, I listen
Have
to
you ever
all
tried
news.
reading?
I read a lot.
Oh,
And I
you read a
listen to
lot.
both
Do you
sides.
read your news?
Of course I read my news.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but I actually read my news. I don't listen to it.
Well, you could read and listen to both. What the fuck?
No, I choose to read because I actually retain more knowledge from reading than I do from listening.
Look, I'm sure you were strong in high school in debate or whatever.
This
but,
isn't a
like,
debate.
You are
This is barely a
very
conversation.
twisted.
You're not able to actually, like, if I'm sorry, if this was a debate, you would have lost the moment that you started to interrupt me because people forget that debates are moderated and you have time slots to
It
speak.
goes both
That
ways.
hasn't, sorry, sir. Debates are moderated and you have specific time slots in order to speak if this were a debate. Since you interrupted me first, sir, then you would have already lost. It doesn't work when I interrupt you. That's just playing fair game. That's called matching energy, which I know always seems to upset individuals such as yourself. So, can you now try to explain to me what personality traits I hold that you believe have exhibited symptoms of TDS, which we've already established is not a
No,
diagnosable
we
mental
haven't
disorder?
established anything. I'm telling you, you have a Trump disorder for sure.
And what
You-
makes up Trump derangement syndrome? Can you
Look
give
at your fucking headline.
specifics?
Look at your headline. It says
No, that would
MAGA
be an
hotline,
example. I'm
and all you
asking
want to
you,
do is
sorry, I'm asking you to explain to me what makes up Trump derangement symptom. I'm not asking you to provide me examples. I'm asking you to quantify it and describe it. Not examples. And like, I'm asking you to tell me exactly what makes it up. Not looking for examples.
okay. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Go
It's
ahead.
people that despise the Republicans only because Trump is in office, and any good that he
Oh,
does, all they want to do is give their repercussions on every bad thing that he's
I don't
done.
think you know what repercussions means because you already used that incorrectly.
I've had a few shots of it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, you're still a bitch.
Is that supposed to hurt my feelings? I don't know if you realize this, but you haven't hung up. I guess he just really wants to be here, huh? You guys see how you haven't heard the beep yet? He hasn't hung up. He's literally still on the phone. Wait, guys, are we still in the 21st century? Did people forget how to utilize technology? He literally is still there. We're at 9 minutes and 22 seconds and counting. He doesn't even know how to hang up. Do you guys think that I should help him out? Should I help him out and help him hang up? And I promise you, he's not even muted because my volume's all the way up at 100. He ain't talking. Let him struggle. Oh goodness. Guys, can we knock out this gift goal a little bit quicker for me? All right. 389 people over on TikTok. If you are new here, be sure to hit that follow button. You guys hit out that 100K like goal right on time. I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. If you can help me out with this next one, I greatly appreciate it. I am going to briefly mute you over on TikTok, so don't freak out. I'm giving you a warning. Over on YouTube, if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribing is free. Caller still has not figured out how to hang up the phone. That's very interesting. So guys, if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You can even hate subscribe to me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me either way. And be sure to hit that bell notification so you know exactly when I go live. And if you send jewels or become a member or send a super chat, that goes right up on the screen and I do directly address you. That's the one way to guarantee that I read your chat is if you are a member or you send out super chats or jewels. Also, yeah, over on Twitch, guys, be sure to hit that follow button up at the top. We're 2 away from hitting 290 over on Twitch, and I think that's pretty awesome. And be sure to hit that bell icon so you know exactly when I go live. And you can also become a Prime membership, just like Mnemonic Nemesis did as well. So consider doing that. So yeah, guys, he's still on the phone and still has not figured out how to hang up the call. They do it all the time, JK Pockets. I'm not even kidding you. When I say that they do it all the time, they do it all the time. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and open the lines up for the next caller while he still can't figure out how to hang up. And now we're going to go ahead and hang up on him. Thank you for calling the MAGA support hotline. Are you there?
Yes,
Awesome. How old are you?
in my 50s.
In your 50s? And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. And what has you questioning your support in Donald Trump or the MAGA movement today?
No, I'm not really questioning anything on the movement.
Okay. So can you let me know, like, can you tell me 3 lies that Donald Trump has told since he was inaugurated into office this year?
Ooh, okay. That's, since I don't really follow media very much, I'd have to say I think that there's probably some degree of lying in terms of, you know, is he really taking a big role in ending some of these so-called conflicts across the world? I would say that I think that there's probably some kind of fabrication or at least stretching of the truth in those.
Okay. We'll take that. That's one. So ending wars. Okay.
Awesome.
Yes, I really can't think of anything else. I guess overall, I'm supportive of what the current administration and Congress. Well, I'm going to have to say that it's the administration. The administration is currently pushing on the issue of trying to get as many undocumented immigrants out of our nation. And this is something that I'm glad I actually got through because I wanted to put this out there and hear what you have to say about it. The reason why I like this and I like the direction it's going in is in the line of work that I do. This is going to be a very narrow and very specific. In the line of work that I do, which is the transportation industry, there's a lot of undocumented workers, especially in the state that I'm at, because undocumented workers can obtain IDs and driver's license that does not allow them into federal buildings. So it's not like the real ID for most of us. But they can still get a driver's license, and because they have a driver's license, they can register to do such things as work with transportation network companies. And
Do you know why?
was crippling my line of work.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Why do you think that certain states allow the issuance of driver's license to individuals regardless of an immigration status?
To it probably, in terms of a public safety issue, to probably at least make sure that, you know, they can handle machinery.
I mean, that's part of it, but there's a more pressing issue for why.
Okay. I don't know what that more pressing issue would be. For me, what I'm
So it's
trying to
so that they can
suggest is that-
carry car insurance, because what these states were experiencing is that regardless of the fact of whether or not they had driver's license, individuals, because we know this even with American citizens, that they actively will drive without a driver's license all the time, right? But
Yes.
specifically, they found that they were still going out and driving cars, regardless of holding that driver's license or not. But in order to purchase and carry auto insurance, you have to have a driver's license and you also have to have a car, right?
Yes.
So what they were experiencing is that there were a ton of uninsured motorist claims that were being filed with car insurance companies that was then raising their rates. So in order to try to take off the burden of some of the drivers, right, they started issuing driver's licenses to not all states, of course, this is a very handful selective states that even offer this, right? So now they can carry the minimum liability insurances. That way it takes off the burden off of individuals such as you or myself if they were to hit us, that our insurance isn't footing the bill and therefore we're experiencing a price hike.
Okay, so that offers the explanation for why the states, or
Some
at least
states.
the state that I reside in, would issue those licenses. But for me, like I was saying, part of the reason why I like the direction that they're going in, and there is removing these individuals, or at least scaring them enough to turn away from the transportation industry for fear that they might be easily caught up to. It's making it a lot easier for me to get back to being able to support myself in this line of work. At one point before Uber and Lyft, I was able to make, something like to the tune of almost 80,000 in revenue a year. But ever since the introduction of Uber and Lyft, which does not screen, they just simply, okay, they have a driver's license, okay, they have a liability policy, they can drive. And meanwhile, my market was flooded with undocumented workers, and my ability to make 80,000 dropped down to like 20,000 in revenue. I couldn't even survive. Now that a large number of these drivers are disappearing, and when I say these drivers, I'm again referring to the undocumented immigrants. A lot of them are disappearing. The transportation industry that I'm in is picking back up. I wouldn't be surprised if at least this year I can get back to making, say, 40,000 in revenue. So for me personally, the push on this regard, I don't know, I can't speak
How
to
do you feel
other.
about the fact that ICE has, we have them on video detaining a 15-year-old teenage girl and beating her down to the ground and putting their knees on her neck when she is clearly not resisting arrest or detention within that video? How do you feel about ICE officers doing that?
To be honest, I feel horrible about that.
Okay.
But in
So
the
these are the
token, I have
policies that you're
seen
supporting. We also have ICE on video dragging a 9-month-old woman who wasn't resisting, literally grabbing her by one arm and dragging her across the parking lot on film while bystanders are yelling at them. She's 9 months pregnant, dragging her across the parking lot to detain her. We also have ICE officers, in order to detain a woman or after they've detained her, for a woman that isn't resisting arrest, taking off her clothes in the middle of broad daylight outside of the detention center.
Yeah,
Her chest was literally hanging out. These are things that these are not one-off incidents, sir. These may be three that I'm actively telling you about, but this is occurring everywhere across the country. We also have ICE officers entering homes without a warrant, which is a direct violation of the Fourth Amendment, right? Illegal search and seizure. You're not allowed to do that, right? And we have it where they've broken an older man's ankle who wasn't resisting because they felt like they had to drag them out anyways, right? Because they just can't wait for them to get their feet underneath them to start walking. They just start dragging them. Okay. We also have it where they've arrested and detained a man who is an immigrant who has 3 sons that all served in the Marines. And automatically, there's actually a law in place that family members of armed service members are not supposed to be subject to deportation because their family members served. They are detaining United States citizens. They even detained a woman and told her that even though she handed them all of her documentation, that her passport was fake when it was issued by the United States government, the United States of America government, and they detained her for a week before they let her back out. So when you're saying that you support the mass deportation efforts, this is what I'm hearing you say that you support. Is that you support the cruelty that is coming out of this administration due to the mass deportation and the fact that they have to meet these arbitrary numbers that they're setting into place. And I think that one incident is too many, and that we should all be against the fact that these incidents are actually happening. And I'm sorry, but nothing, not a single penny is worth it to me to see people being harmed in such a way. A woman being embarrassed, right? Being literally clothes ripped off of her in the middle of a public space, with ICE officers not even trying to hide the fact that they ripped clothes off of her, until bystanders were like, stop taking off her clothes, that's sexual assault, we have you on video. And then they're like, oh, let's try to hand the hoodie back to her, but we're not even trying to put it on her. We're just kind of like, maybe this will cover it up, even though there are people surrounding us. A 15-year-old teenage girl has someone's knee on their neck. They arrested an autistic boy in California that had no idea what was going on. They are picking up fathers and mothers waiting for their children at school, children that are United States citizens. They're detaining legal immigrants.
Okay.
So I'm so glad that your greed outweighs the suffering of other people.
Yeah, but if I may comment on something in regards to the I guess these inhumane acts that you described, that's more of a specific thing for the individual law enforcement. They are the ones that are immoral. They are the ones that are behaving without any sense, like they got a power trip. Okay, and what you're describing as happening to the undocumented workers, that happens to even U.S. citizens just from the regular law enforcement doing their everyday work in a traffic
But
stop.
see, there's a difference, and I'm going to help you out with the difference here. So while our police system is by far not perfect, and not every incident is held, and not every incident holds the cop accountable, there is literally zero accountability held for these ICE officers, right? So we have another incident where an ICE officer physically pushed a woman to the ground, right? Even though she didn't touch her, like an American citizen, while she was crying and yelling about her husband being detained, right? Pushed on video, where they temporarily suspended him and said, we don't condone these actions. And then after the incident blew over, and I say blew over lightly, 24 hours later, he was reinstated and they're like, we saw no issues. See, the thing is, the people that are in power, that are being made aware of these events, such like Kristi Noem, they don't care. Stephen Miller, they don't care. You can say that's on the act of the individuals, but all of this falls back up the line, the chain of command, right? Because as a manager, if my employee were to do anything wrong, that falls back on me, period. And so when these incidents are being brought up to the chain of command, Stephen Miller is doing nothing. Kristi Noem is doing nothing. They are endorsing these actions by doing nothing. ICE officers are shooting out freaking, what is it? Their little gas grenades. I can't remember what all they're filled with or what they're called, right? They're shooting those out into crowds of people that are dancing around in blow up costumes. They literally aimed it towards a guy that was in a frog costume, a blow up frog costume, towards where the opening was, all because he thrusted his hips at them, but he was still about, a foot away from them. Didn't cross their line. All he did was thrust his hips at them. And then they purposely moved around and aimed the gas canister towards the opening of his costume. Donald Trump literally said to, I believe it was on September 29th, to our U.S. Armed Forces as well. Or it might not have been that speech, but he did give a speech where he said that he believes that ICE officers should be able to do whatever they want if they're simply spit at.
if he said that, I would definitely be in opposition. That would be something that I would disagree with. Absolutely, unconditionally, because that's just a horrible statement to say. But I think at the very beginning, I think you might be able to understand what I'm saying in terms of why I'm supportive of the idea of the mass deportations. I'm not supporting. I'm not nowhere
He
near.
did say it on the 29th. He said, they spit, we hit.
Abuse.
That's what it was. Sorry.
Huh?
I'm going to pull up. It was on the 29th. I was right about it. Let me, that's not the right one. Pull up this script. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, no, what I was saying is I'm not supportive of any of these immoral acts, but it is going to unfold that way because there's going to be countless and infinite numbers of possibilities of how things will unfold when you're trying to get somebody out of their comfort zone when they know they're doing something where they shouldn't be doing it.
So that's just condoning the actions. I'm going to read this to you. So literally, this is literally from his transcript. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. If it's okay with you, generals and admirals, I've taken that off. I say, they spit, we hit. Is that okay? I think so. They spit, it's a new thing. They spit, we hit.
And that's a narrative, that's a transcript of Trump speaking?
Yep. From September 29, 2025, he was addressing the commanders-in-chief, right? Like the commanders of the United States Armed Forces at Quantico, Virginia. And then also, like, here's his other part, right? And I say it here, you get out of that car and you can do whatever the hell you want to because those people are, you can die from that. Those bricks go through windows, you can die. There's actually been, like, I think one report of somebody throwing a brick through an ICE officer's window, and that's it. Because it doesn't happen. But yeah, so he's saying, get out of that car, do whatever the fuck you want to them. They spit at you, you hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
definitely,
actually said that.
I'm definitely not supportive of that.
Well, Donald Trump said it out of his mouth to the commanders of our United States Armed Forces.
I guess what I to make sure that I'm staying on par with what I was saying in the beginning is supportive of the I guess that's Make America Great Again and trying to push out all the undocumented workers. That part, I still stand behind that. I definitely don't support this idea of the immoral behaviors by the individuals. And
it's condoned,
yes,
and it's condoned by, it is condoned all the way up to the top, sir. These are not just immoral actions of singular individuals when it is condoned all the way up to the top of the food chain. Again, he just said this just over 2 weeks ago. Said that we're taking the gloves off. They spit, you hit. If somebody spits at you, you hit, which is an over-escalation. If a cop did that, they would get suspended and investigated. But now it's okay that the National Guard or ICE officers can just swing at United States citizens for spitting at them, which is a harmless act. Does it hurt you if somebody spits at you? Does it put your life in danger if someone spits at you?
I'm going to have to say the answer because this is just from personal experience.
Does it put your life in general if somebody spits at you?
I work in a retail establishment, and I've had I've had a nasty customer spit at me, and I straight up jumped over the register and clocked them. And I could tell you from that personal experience, when that happens to you, that's your instinct, because
No, it's
you
not.
don't know what you.
I've been spit
I
at
mean,
before. You know what I did? I walked away. It
I
doesn't
don't know what you.
require an
I
escalation of
don't know what you
force.
would consider that kind of mental fortitude or whatever. But for me, when I had that one person spit at me, and all I'm doing was just trying to check out their merchandise as usual, and something somehow got out of hand, and the next thing I know, I'm being spat on. The next thing, and instantaneously, I just jumped over and started trying to wail on them. I got fired. I lost the job, but for me, at the end of the day, it's like, no, sorry, you don't spit on me. I didn't do nothing to justify you spitting on me in the first place, is the way I felt. I don't know how these incidents, but I can see how the reaction occurs.
No, I don't,
From
because
personal experience.
I guess people might lack in self-control, because that's what that would be. Because I, again, had the self-control to just say nope and walk away. So to be clear, guys, like the only time that like spitting could transfer on a communicable disease is if it either got into an open wound, which means you would have to know that you had an open wound on you, or
You could
got
get
into
into
your eyes, nose, or mouth. But aside from that, you can't catch that communicable disease.
I didn't mention anything about the
Oh,
communicable.
I know. It's people in the chat that are crying about it. Like, somebody literally paid $1.99 to say that. Again, in order to catch the communicable disease like that, it has to go in your eyes, up your nose, in your mouth, or in an open wound.
So why the administration would not take a more how do you say, a more correct response in dealing in letting the chain of command know that when you have immoral acts being performed, that that needs to be called out. We can get plenty. If you need more ICE officers, we can get you more ICE officers.
Donald Trump has condoned it, sir. He doesn't care.
misbehaving,
I don't think you're understanding. Donald Trump doesn't care.
You're awesome.
He's condoning the actions.
well,
And the thing is, and that's a great point, Kimberly. I appreciate that. You are allowed, I just want to let you be aware, like, you are only allowed to use, as somebody that's an officer, they're only allowed to use equal force. They should not use more force. And especially for you, sir, if you hit somebody after they spit on you, that's an escalation of force, which you should not do. Like, both of you, both individuals should have been charged with assault. Person that spit at you, and then you for hitting that person. It doesn't excuse your actions. That is no longer in self-defense when you've escalated it. Donald Trump is promoting the behavior. He told our admirals and generals.
They were citing something that's correct in the law as far as excessive force, but for me personally, in the real world here, in the line of work that I do.
Yeah, because nobody else lives in the real world except for you.
No, everybody lives in the real world. It's just that when you
wouldn't have been necessary. Said then that comment wouldn't have been necessary. Here in the real world, everybody lives in the real world, sir. There is no Earth 2. I know I've made jokes before about this timeline, but guys, I'm well aware that there is no secondary timeline. We're in the real world.
I guess what I'm saying when I make a reference to the real world, in the world of legalese, they think that in the terms of legalese, they think that there's an easy solution for everything. But here in the real world, when you're on the streets and you're doing things and you're just trying to make it through your day, and something unfolds that was, okay, that came out of nowhere, and now you have to respond instinctively I guess as a man, yeah, you're right. I was overboard when I did that, but that's not what we're questioning here. What we're questioning is the immorality of ICE officers, and you're correct. Their behaviors are immoral. When you strip a woman, I don't care what the reason was. Maybe there may have been a resistance portion to it, and articles of clothing came off. But why did you not immediately react to rectify the problem? That's the immoral behavior, and yes, I do not support that. I'm 100% with you on that. Dragging an autistic child, I'm 100% behind you on that. These are immoral acts. These are done by people who don't know how to think or who don't know how to gain control of their mental fortitude instantaneously after they have had a bad reaction. And I'll reflect back on myself. When somebody spat on me, I had a very bad reaction. I jumped over and I attacked. But I did not continue striking the person once I realized that they're not trying to, strike back. I didn't continue. I gained fortitude and control over my lost moment. I think you understand what I'm trying to say there.
Okay. People say that women are the emotional and out of control ones. Woo. All right. Well, sir, I'm just going to encourage you to look up events like this. Because I don't think you understand the issue is it's not the specific individuals, it's the fact that the administration, ICE, DHS, is doing absolutely nothing about it, and Donald Trump has specifically condoned the acts. He also told them to get out of the car and do whatever they want. Do whatever you want. Get out of the car, do whatever you want. Right? They filed charges on the person that they shot and almost killed, like a woman that they shot and almost killed that was in her car. And after saying that she tried to run into the car of the ICE officer, but the body cam footage showed completely different, they tried to charge her with assault. Those charges are looking at being dropped because, again, the body cam footage showed the exact opposite. They tried to kill her, shooting her at an unarmed woman in a car that didn't do anything. So, like, I just want to be very clear. These acts have been condoned by Donald Trump and his administration. So if you admonish the acts themselves, you also need to realize that that goes up the chain of command to the very tippy top, like we already discussed. It falls on him, Kristi Noem, and Stephen Miller. And again, like, these aren't one-offs, these keep happening. We see something new in the news every single day about ICE violating another individual in this country and ignoring the laws that exist in our country.
All righty. Well, I want to thank you for taking my call, and
no problem, man.
Maybe another day I can get through and
talk
hopefully
about
have
something
another
else.
subject.
Not a problem, dude. You have a good night.
You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Ew. See, that's what it sounds when somebody hangs up, because I'm going to go ahead and read this one. Suicidal Skeleton was upset about me saying this. He doesn't know how to hang up. Why are you so lame? I don't know. Why was he lame? Why didn't he know how to hang up? You heard that doo-doo-doo sound. That's the sound that it makes when they hang up. So that's how I know he didn't hang up. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, no, Elle, I ended that call to accept the new one. So I hung up on him. Just letting you know that. All right. No, we should never forget individuals that died in this country. Are you familiar with the name Molly Tibbetts, Pumbaa? Never forget Molly Tibbetts. I hope that one helps you too. Yeah, I already explained this one, so I'm not going to readdress this. Of course I paid $1.99. I work a full-time job. Wow, it's like no one else in America works a full-time job except for you. You sound a little bit brokey if all you can send is $1.99 though. So I'm just saying. Really quickly, guys, over on TikTok, if you haven't hit that follow button, be sure to hit that follow button real quick. I'm going to mute you for a second. Don't freak out. Don't run away. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back, okay? All right. Over on Twitch and on YouTube, I am going to go ahead and end. I ran this way longer than I normally do. Or maybe not. It says only 2:09, so I guess maybe not. I don't know. It's being weird. Just because YouTube crash and everything like that happened today. That was fun. YouTube Shorts decided it was gonna yoink out today. They did fantastic work there. We had a little bit of a distracting live of just chit chatting, and I think that was fun. So I am gonna go ahead and end, and I'll see you guys back online tomorrow. I will be on live at 7 p.m. Eastern time, my normal time. And you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday nights. Thank you, Sarah, for the makeup brushes. I appreciate that one. Oh, that wasn't me demanding or asking, Heyday. I'm so glad that you guys love putting words in my mouth that I didn't say. I just want to say that. It was a statement. Y'all weird. You're welcome, Rodney. You have a good one. Thank you again, Sarah, for the jewels. We're going to go ahead and shut down, y'all.